do it. Here we go. There we are. We are recording. We are back with another episode of the GAJ podcast. Be sure to visit our sponsors. Oh wait, we don't have sponsors. We'll work on that. Anyway, guys, we are doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. We are on episode 21 of season 1. We can drink now if we were in age. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Where are we at? Let's find some cool... Let's try night driving. I don't know what this is, but we're going to try it out. In case you noticed, the title of this week's episode is Olympics Week, which means if you've been with us for a while, you know that I had brought this up, about a month ago, which means Gerard effed up again. But at least I've got episodes posted, and hopefully I can remember to do it properly again this week. And also, JR's with us again, which means the boys are back in town. So, here's what we're going to do. We are bringing back the Ashley Cameo Challenge. If you missed last week, you already know about the Ashley Cameo watch. We decided to change that to a challenge, and the challenge is this. If or when you are watching our episode and you see Ashley pop in, we want you to comment. Post a comment whether you're on Spotify or on YouTube. Type in, "Hey Ashley," and put the timestamp, the video timestamp on there. And if you post first, we will shout you out. Just that simple. Which brings us to, what are your chances of winning? Well, I suppose we should look at the Teeny Bopper subscriber watch. Let me share this with you guys. Share screen. Window. That one. If you're looking at the screen, we are at 11 subscribers. So, we have gained one, and I will cover that, how we got there in a little bit. Spoiler alert. Thanks, Mom. We're at 11.
Mom knows how to use YouTube?
Huh?
Mom knows how to use YouTube?
Well, when you visit her, she learns how.
She's never gonna click on any of that.
Nope. She may have subscribed, liked, and hit the notification bell for at least one video. She still doesn't know how to use Spotify, so we're still stuck on 5. But what's cool is, we're getting a few plays every week, so for not putting too much effort into growing our channel awareness yet, I'll take what we got.
Our next subscriber will be our dad.
Oh yeah. I mean,
around Thanksgiving.
If he doesn't do it by Thanksgiving, he's gonna do it over Thanksgiving. So there is that. So yeah. All right. So that's the subscriber watch. We're working our way toward 13 on YouTube. And I don't know what we'll do to celebrate that yet, but we'll think of something. We'd love to start growing the subscriber count on Spotify too. So if you have somehow stumbled onto our channel and think we're almost halfway interesting, help us out. We'd love to have you, even if you just listen to one episode a week or one episode a month. We'll welcome everything you're willing to give us. All right, so next segment is, of course, what's for dinner? So, boys, what did you guys have for dinner?
I think some of us are still having dinner.
Oh, yeah. Johnny, what was that?
It's chronic taco. It's Southern California
Chronic
thing.
taco?
Yeah, so I was in Huntington Beach when I texted you, and I was like, shit, I got to get back. And the fastest way was through Newport, and so I swung
So you
by.
drove right by me then.
Did I?
Is it the one on PCH?
And Superior, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what did you have from Chronic Taco?
I get the surf and turf burrito. Sometimes I change out the shrimp for mahi, so it's like steak and mahi or steak and shrimp. It's delicious. It's so good.
Do they put anything extra in those Chronic Tacos for you?
No, nothing like that. It's just it's Chipotle style. I think they were around before Chipotle, but
Really?
I think Chipotle has better guacamole though.
yeah, I think they have better guacamole. But Chronic sells their own hot sauce, and they have anniversary T-shirts right now that are pretty cool.
Hey.
They're like Star Spangled Banner colors. They're pretty sweet. I thought they were cool. I almost bought one, but I was in a fucking super hurry. So
That's all good.
yeah.
Sounds like you could always go again.
Yep. I don't know. It's good. It's fresh. It's always good. There's
cool.
2 other places in that shopping center that I really want to try. The Alley has good weekly like happy hour and meal deals or like dinner deals. And then the Italian restaurant I want to try too, Mario's.
I've been there. I've been to both.
Mm-hmm.
Mario's I usually get. No, I go there and get slices of pizza, they're okay. I'm not gonna say they're great. Southern California pizza. The Alley, it's kind of funny because when I was still partying out here in Newport, the Alley's open 30 minutes longer than the other bars. So we close down the bars. I don't know, with Sharky's or Stag or whatever, and we just rush to get in an Uber to get to the Alley so we can have one more drink.
Yeah.
Completely
Been there.
completely insignificant. Like, just one more drink. And that's it.
Well, there's always a couple people doing it every night. I end up with one of those or 2 of those where it's like 1 o'clock.
If you've ever worked in a bar, it happens every night.
Yeah.
Somebody's rushing in to get just one more drink.
Well, the Alley's open 30 minutes later than everyone else.
Oh, so it's like mad dash. It's like a sprint.
Yeah.
Who can get there? It's that way who can get there in time to get a drink before the line forms. I get it.
Usually there's no line, but I think they stay open longer than 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So I remember going.
It sounds like that's their shtick, right?
But there's a
if you say
couple
30
bars
minutes,
that close
there's a
at
rush.
like midnight. So
There's
like
what?
all the bars that close at midnight and the bartenders like get off by like, a time to go and get out and drink. That's where they go drink too.
Okay.
So
Well, then they're definitely staying open more than 30 minutes past everybody else because, again, if you've ever worked in a bar, there's no way you are out of there within 30 minutes after it closed. So, anyway,
because of people
Alex,
like
well, whenever I get around to coming to visit you, I want to do that mad dash. But Alex, what'd you have for dinner?
I made meatball sandwiches.
Nice.
And I was at home. I was out of the house all day, so I didn't get my protein shake until I had dinner. So I'm gonna be extra stinky in the morning.
I was gonna say, are you gonna need a bathroom break?
I might wake up in the middle of the
during
night.
this
Like,
episode?
oh God, I gotta go. Oh God.
I was totally gonna guess like chicken nugget or chicken finger sandwiches again.
No, I had that for both my meals the past 2 days. So I gotta take a little break.
Needed a break? All right,
Probably
all right.
on the menu for tomorrow though.
Nice. Well, I kind of went your route tonight. I had the old cold cut sandwich. This is like the sliced like rotisserie chicken with one of those individually wrapped square pieces of cheese. And there was some like mixed greens in the fridge, so I threw some of that on there. little mayonnaise, mustard. Had me a
On
Coca-Cola
that
and
rotisserie
some.
chicken, man.
What's that?
Don't sleep on that rotisserie chicken. That stuff's
Dude,
really good.
it's good. It's the Oscar Mayer brand, so it's like sliced lunch meat, but it's good. I like it better than it's what I always get because it's better than the dry ass turkey or the like overly watery ham. So it's kind of my go-to. And then we got these on before we left for vacation last week. It's their Kettle brand chips, which I love, especially the jalapeno chips. I don't know. I didn't even really notice the whole air fried, kettle cooked, air finished chips. I noticed when we were eating them in the car that they were like a little bit different, like a little bit lighter. But I don't really know if they're healthier because I mean, just looking at the label, I didn't look at the back. I didn't read the back, but kettle cooked means it was still cooked in oil. Maybe it just was also put in the air fryer to cook some of the oil off. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's any sort of health benefit to it or not, but yeah, sandwich, some chips, Coca-Cola, and made sure to take my multivitamin while I was watching Olympic 3-on-3 basketball and watching the U.S. lose to Serbia, apparently, in 3-on-3 basketball.
What?
Yeah, who knows? I think it was Serbia. Pretty sure it was Serbia. But yep. So that's what's for dinner. That's what's for dinner. If you feel so inclined out there in podcast land to share what you had for dinner with us, put it in the comments. If you have a picture, that would be even cooler. Again, we'll shout you out, show a picture, and we'll take a poll on whether your dinner looked better than any of our dinners.
I don't know if you could share pictures in the YouTube comments unless it's a link.
Oh, well, we didn't really share. I shared a picture, but normally we don't either. So just describe it. We'll compare it to our chicken finger sandwiches and air fried, kettle cooked potato chips and chronic tacos. So yeah, that's what's for dinner. Moving on. Fun one that I'm keeping around just because. Out and about. It's summertime, everybody. It's summer vacation time. We're either working hard or playing hard. Out and about, what you been doing, Johnny boy?
Oh, working my ass off.
Working your ass
driving.
off.
I've helped a couple people move now, so I've been cashing in on that a little bit. You know, charging a couple bucks to help people move
through Lyft or just on the side,
like extended family, friends of family.
Oh,
like
okay.
Friends of friends type stuff.
Oh yeah, well you got a pickup truck, so I mean, take advantage, you know.
Dude, with the amount of time you drive each day, how many Cybertrucks do you see?
A lot of
I fucking hate
Cybertrucks.
those things, dude.
I see
I
probably
figured you guys
10 a
would have
day.
because I'm
At
seeing a lot of
least
them
10 a
here.
day. In Newport,
How many?
There's so many. At least 10. I've seen
time I
like
go out.
15 or
Holy
20 in the day
shit.
before. Some in Newport, you'll see them pull up next to each other.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm in
Do they
Irvine,
race
so-
each other, or do they like? Well, I guess they can't run their engines. Do they compare like ice cream paint jobs or wrap jobs or anything?
I've only seen one with a wrap job. It was the least ugly one because it actually gave some color to it. It still looked like shit because of the shape of it. It looked like a fucking kindergarten.
I saw a white
Yes,
wrap one
that's
today.
exactly what I think of the Cybertruck. It looks like something I drew in fucking third grade.
It looks like PlayStation 1 before they decided to improve the graphics on a PlayStation 1.
It looks like the actual PlayStation 1, like if it was made out of sheet metal. With maybe a mod chip. I don't know.
Whenever I see it, this is why I'm so annoyed. Whenever I see it, I feel like I'm not seeing clearly. If I see something that looks that ugly, that that sharp of edge, I feel like my eyesight's going bad. Well, it's probably going bad, but I feel like it's worse.
I remember when they first announced it, I thought it was like, I didn't think it was a joke. I thought it was just kind of a concept thing. and that they were like early stages and they were gonna fix it, and then all suddenly it was in production, and
then they didn't.
it is fucking ugly.
I like the dumbasses that test the closing of the back door on their finger and they hurt themselves.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh,
Yeah, they're like, hey, look at this. It closes on the carrot and breaks the carrot. Let's stick my fingers in it.
yeah, fucking idiots.
Jesus, come on, people.
Or it's better is when you find videos of Cybertrucks getting stuck somewhere so they get like a
Oh, yeah.
Ford out.
Dude, they're heavy. They're like over
They're not good
10,000
off-road
pounds.
vehicles. The only thing they're good for is driving around the city with a bigger, but in a bigger form factor. Like
A big ugly form factor.
they're heavy as fuck, dude. If you
Yeah.
took that thing into like mud, it would just sink. And like even
That's
though
why
it
they're
had,
having problems with it. They're getting stuck.
like I don't know.
I actually saw something about
they're cool if you don't do anything. They can't tow very far.
They're not cool. They're horrible to look at.
yeah, they're just
If
ugly.
you have solar on your house, right, and you live in like a lake community and you have a boat, you can like tow your boat into the lake and back if you don't have like a dock, right? That like I can see that as like a practical use for that. Rivian, some of these other electric vehicles like the F-150 Lightning. But like if you don't have that exact situation, it's not a good vehicle. I would.
I actually test drove a Rivian just because it was available. They're actually kind of cool. I will admit they're kind of cool. Still don't want one because you got to plug it in and there's not.
Yeah, if you don't have
Just plug it in.
solar, then it doesn't make sense. Then you don't
Right.
get the value out of like the discounted charging. They cost almost as much as a gas vehicle to charge. I was just arguing with not arguing. Somebody got in my car and they were like, "Yeah, I did the whole Tesla program thing for Uber when it was like a thing, and I was paying just as much to charge. It wasn't any cheaper, and I had to charge twice a day for like an hour and a half."
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's
gotta
a
interrupt
rough
you guys. Gotta interrupt you guys because it's coming in early. It's coming in early. If you're out there, put your comments in. Here it is. Ashley Cameo Challenge in the flesh. In the flesh. You want to say hi?
I don't know where you want them.
That's fine.
How are you guys?
We're bitching about Cybertrucks.
Yeah.
The worst.
Tell them about the one you found with the soccer moms.
Oh, have you guys seen they've been doing ads for Cybertrucks, like advertising them to parents about how great they are for kids? So there was one that was like this, they're like the best thing, or reason number 102 why Cybertrucks are the best mom cars. And it showed the kids were playing with like magnets on the side of the car, like playing. And then it cuts to this dad with his minivans. He's like, "Kids," and there's this whole bucket of magnets. He just drops it and the kids start playing and he's like, "Reason why my minivan's better than your Cybertruck, because it does all the same stuff." The commercial was a lot funnier, but
We might have to find that one.
yeah, it was like they're just all kinds of spoof videos. Or there's one where the lady was like talking about how much room she has in the trunk of her Cybertruck, and it cuts to this mom just like chucking strollers
Kids?
into the back of her minivan,
Chucking kids.
chucking kids out of her minivan.
Get the fuck in there, kid. You too. Take your friend with
For
you.
$40,000.
Come here, dog.
less.
Yeah, but there's all kinds of them, like where they're advertising to parents, and then parents are like, "No, my minivan's way better than your Cybertruck." Don't need no blueberries. Oh, that was a lot.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Anyways, how have you guys been?
Good.
Living my best life.
Yeah.
Love it. Living the dream. Well, I'll let you guys get back to bitching about Cybertrucks. Have a good night.
Good night.
Are you
Oh,
gonna eat all my blueberries?
I did have somebody in the
So
truck
for
the
all
other
you
day that
faithful
was-
listeners out there, that was the Ashley Cameo Challenge. Remember, don't forget to put in the comments, "Hi Ashley," timestamp. And added bonus is if you have a link to that video that she was mentioning, put that in the comments also. We'll shout you out and bring up that link next week.
And if you're out there and you have a Cybertruck, go fuck yourself.
If you're
I'd
out
rather
there
have
and
a
have a
minivan.
Cybertruck, put your arguments as to why it's better than a minivan.
Tell us why.
It looks like a trash can. Same color.
It looks like a fucking third grader drew it. Seriously.
I say kindergartner with crayons.
Yeah.
Crayons
I'm
and
a
a
shit-
ruler.
I was always shitty at art, so it looks like my third grade self drew it. But yeah, Alex in kindergarten could draw something better than that. Absolutely, without a doubt. But yeah, Alex, what you been out and about doing?
Well,
Let's
first
talk about it. I know what you did.
Late last week, I saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Whether it's called Deadpool or known as Deadpool
Worth it?
3. Absolutely. I had a good time with it. It's probably one of the funniest. I don't know if it's the funniest of the three. It's one of the funniest. The story's kind of weird. I'd say the story's probably pretty shitty. Not shitty. It's just like, really? And you see all these plot holes. You're like, wait. You start asking questions about, well, how does this work? And probably it's best you don't do that.
They've been doing some funny like TikTok style videos.
I found one of them.
Can you
Can we send it
text
to
it to
you?
me? Yeah, we'll bring that up. But Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds have been doing some pretty funny like TikTok style videos and songs about who's better, Deadpool or Wolverine.
They're on a marketing tear right now, a promo tear, because they're on Hot Ones, you know, where you eat the wings, and
Yeah.
that's pretty freaking great. They
Well,
hosted a full episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, both of them. So
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, they both did the monologue. Then I think they interviewed each other, and then they interviewed. They brought in one of the actresses from the show.
That's
They're
cool.
they're on some shit I've never heard of. Like, oh, they're popping up everywhere again.
I didn't realize this. Apparently, they're like really good friends, and Hugh Jackman was supposedly done playing Wolverine,
He was.
and then just randomly, I think the way I heard the story is that Ryan Reynolds was getting ready to sign off on the next Deadpool, and Jackman called him and said, let's do a collaboration of Wolverine and Deadpool. So that's kind of how it came about.
Not sure how that happened. I think they said, "Hey, Hugh Jackman, you know you said you're done, but here's a lot of money." You're like, okay. The thing about Hugh Jackman is that when he plays that role, each movie, he gets incredibly jacked. Like usually in the workout pictures, it's
I noticed that
how jacked he gets.
Every other role he plays, he plays a very completely type of character, and he has a very completely different build than when he's Wolverine.
Yeah, and he's like, when he said he was done, he's entering his 50s. He's like, guys, I can't keep doing this. And I just looked up, he's 55 now. And I gotta say, as a fan, it's time to hang it up. When you're 55 years old and you just see him deadlifting like cars on each side, like, hold on.
So wait, is it time to hang it up, or like, dude, I hope I'm like you when I hope I can grow up to be like you when I'm 50 years
That's
old.
probably doing all kinds of damage to his body that we're not aware of. When you're working out at that level, given there's probably some little extra being, injected into his veins. There's probably a little bit, which is not good for someone in their 50s.
Right.
And if he plays him again, he's 55 now. They might put him in the Avengers movies as in small roles. He's
it seemed, but yeah, I guess the way I read it was that he was doing it more for fun. Because again, I didn't realize this, but apparently him and Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are like really, really good friends.
Yeah,
so
they are.
There was kind of a fun factor around it.
He did some really cool back and forth on Twitter, back when people were still on Twitter, before they turned into X porno something, whatever it is now.
And whatever, it's Twitter. I'm still on Twitter every once in a while. That's
I am.
How
I wish I should just delete it, but there's still some good in it. There's just a lot of bad in it.
Oh, that's social media in general. If we're being fair.
But Twitter especially, there's just so much toxicity, and you're like, wait a minute, I was looking at a picture of Bill Murray standing next to a statue of Ryan Sandberg, and all of a sudden it's porno, and like some 14-year-old getting shot in the head. That's not what I click on this for.
That's sad, but I do want to see that statue because Ryan Sandberg is one of my favorite players.
Outside of seeing Deadpool and Wolverine, I did go down to San Diego for Comic-Con on Saturday, which was
nice.
always a
What
good
did
time.
you dress as?
I dress
Or
as.
who?
So the past 2 years, I did a 90s Superboy, which is very hot in the summertime because he has a leather jacket. My jacket was pleather. It's not actually full leather.
90s, what was it? 90s
Superboy.
Superboy. I'm writing it down because I gotta look that up later because I have no idea what that is.
I might be able to pull it up. Can I share a screen here? Click
Yeah.
present.
I think. Oh, wait. Let me. I might need to stop mine first. All right, do it again. There it goes.
So this is what it looks like. This is 90s Superboy. Let me just see if I can get a full picture.
Nice.
I guess
Okay.
this might be it.
Leather jacket. Yeah, that might get a little warm, bro.
Yeah, luckily the shirt part was I got it off Amazon and it was like Under Armour type material. It's polyester.
Oh,
So that was so key.
yeah.
And then my my pants were really, really old Ohio State sweatpants. I'm talking like
Oh,
from
damn. Were you
2000
sweating?
from
You
2005.
switch your balls off in that?
Yeah, that was hot.
Did you coat your balls and legs with
Gold Bond?
with
Pretty
Gold
sure I
Bond
did.
before you put them on?
Pretty sure I did. And it was extremely hot, though. Last year was even worse. So I'd be out in the sun. I'd have to take some of it off because it was just so hot.
I would imagine. Jesus.
But
Oh,
I did that for
sucks.
2 years. And then this year, it was kind of a cop-out, kind of a cheap way of doing things. I did 2000 Superboy, which is incredibly easy to do. He wears jeans and a t-shirt.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I've actually worn this to the first time I went to Vegas, so like 2006. I wore this because it's just I wanted to. You don't look like you're cosplaying, but you kind of are. But it's just like that's just stuff you normally wear.
But the people who know, right?
yeah,
it's
the people who
kinda
know,
one of
know.
One of those things, if you know, you know. Versus the people that wear a fucking like Green Lantern shirt and that's it. And they're like,
Yep.
oh, I'm in costume. No, you're wearing jeans and a Green Lantern t-shirt.
So I did that this year. I'll probably do it again next year if I do decide to dress up. I'll say this though, on the train ride home, I was very stinky.
I'm surprised you didn't
I
just
probably
go
had
with Wonder
few-
Woman again because you could have freeballed it underneath that skirt.
Wonder Woman is actually what I wore to my first NFL game because it was
Oh,
right
I
around.
thought you went to I thought it was Comic-Con that you went to.
No, my first NFL game because it was right after. It was the day after Halloween, and my buddy took me to the Chargers versus Raiders game. Dude, so many people tried to pick fights with me
Why?
because they're
they're
Raiders versus
douchebags?
Chargers. I'll just say that it was Raiders versus Chargers. They're trying to pick fight with anything. And then if I come around there, I mean, I couldn't wear that. I couldn't pull that off today. People are gonna be like, "Hey, he's a tranny, woke motherfucker." But back then it was funny. And
Yeah.
I remember cops driving by, going, "Dude, that's just wrong." And they just keep driving by. And then I did post for some pictures. This is a long time ago. This is like 2000. I'm gonna say 2008 or 2009. When I did that.
Yeah, I guess it would be kind of risky to do it.
In today's
anymore.
world, yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, I was actually out and about all over the place this past week. This week, Alex, you know this. Some of my closest buddies, all the way back to the beginning of high school. One of them, Tony, his family has a lake house in Michigan that we've been going to one weekend a year for. Oh shit, we've got to be going on 30 years now. And this is the first year Ashley got to roll with me. And since we live far, far away, we made a stop in Chicago and saw Mom and, visited teeth bombing, but one of the things we did while we were there, I'll share this again, was we ate at good old Richard Walker. Alex, I know you know that one very
Big
well.
pancakes.
We didn't eat the pancakes. Here was my meal.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. As I pull up a picture with pancakes on it, we didn't have the big German pancake.
Oh, the gravy.
Dude, the gravy
Chicken fried
was
steak.
so good. Chicken fried steak with gravy.
Oh,
Some
yes.
like 3 over easy eggs and hash browns, bro. And then when I ate all that. When I got to my pancakes, Mom was done with her bacon, so I mashed the bacon into my pancakes, put syrup and butter all over it.
Oh man,
Eating good.
it feels like a lot of places do like breakfast potatoes instead of like those hash browns, like the stringy hash browns. I'm like,
I
what?
love the stringy hash
Whatever
browns.
happened? The
best.
stringy hash browns are like where it's at, man.
The best.
I don't
Way
want
better.
potatoes.
Nothing against breakfast potatoes, because I love those too, but stringy hash browns, bro.
They're just better.
That's the shit. And yeah, their country gravy is really good. Like, it's a little bit different. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I think they might use like a little bit of cornstarch with the flour to give it a slightly different flavor, and then obviously plenty of pepper. A little bit different, but not in a bad way. It was delicious. And then, so we did that Monday. I didn't take a picture, but Alex, we had Luminati's.
Hell
as
yeah.
you do. Did you know Luminati's has a crustless pizza?
No, did you get it?
Crustless Chicago Classic. Ashley got it.
Wait, hold on. It's Chicago style, but there's no crust.
Yeah, so what it is, I wish I would have taken a picture of it, but
I'll have to look that up.
it's basically the Chicago Classic without crust. So what they do though is, well, I think they do this anyway, because they put the sausage down first. That's what they do for the crustless. The crustless, basically the sausage is the base instead of the crust. So then they still put the cheese and the sauce all over that, and it was actually pretty good. It's kind of cool because the sausage gets a little char on it, but without the crust, the sausage becomes kind of a lot. So, like, even though she just got the small, which is, I guess, technically is made to serve 2, like you quarter it up and then you eat one piece by yourself, and you're kind of done because the sausage starts to get kind of rich. It's good, but I'm still gonna stick to the crust.
Does it taste
Partly because
extra
I love the
greasy?
crust too.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the picture of one right now. Does it taste a little extra greasy?
Not really. Not really. Just you don't have the crust, the buttery crust to kind of cut the sausage, the flavor of the sausage, because it's sausage. It's very peppery and like very savory in a good way. But when you don't have that crust to kind of, it's almost like it's off balance.
Yeah, I
if you
can see
will.
that.
That's the only thing I can think of. But it was still good. It was still pretty tasty. And we actually went to Woodfield before that. I got a couple of new Cubs hats and had some famous cookies.
Nice.
And then we got some pies to take home from Cheesecake Factory because
Famous Amos cookies or Mrs. Fields?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Fields cookies. Thank you.
That didn't sound right to me. Like, no.
Yeah, no. Sorry, it was Mrs. Fields cookies. Yeah, they were pretty good. Oh, they do. They had this. So I love peanut butter cookies and I love chocolate chip cookies. Had to get those. I got like you buy 5 and you get 2 more free, so you get 7 cookies. So I got my standard peanut butter, got my chocolate chip. There was a snickerdoodle that I got, and then I got like the M&M cookie, sugar cookie, and then they had this I think they called it like sugar butter cookie with M&Ms.
Does that come with a test for diabetes?
It should. That
One
sugar butter
diabetes
cookie
test,
was amazing.
Positive,
It was
Wait, is that
dude,
bad?
it was my favorite cookie. The sugar butter cookie with M&Ms was the shit.
I'm a chocolate chip kind
You
of guy.
thought it was the shit too, right, babe?
That was my favorite.
It was Ashley's favorite. Sugar
I'm
butter
either-
cookie with M&Ms.
I'm either chocolate chip or chocolate chip with macadamia.
It's good.
Yeah, I know. Me too. You got to try the sugar butter with M&Ms next time we're in Chicago, dude. It was so good.
It's a lot to ask when there's
It
chocolate
was
chip or chocolate
amazing.
chip with macadamia.
I know. I'm telling you, you got to try it because I had the macadamia and I had the chocolate chip and I had the peanut butter, thinking those are my go-tos. Those are my favorite ones. Bro, the sugar butter. Oh my God.
You know, it's a good thing there's no Mrs. Fields by me. The last time I had
Oh,
Mrs.
man.
Field, I was up in I was up in Culver City, which is Los Angeles. There's a mall that's not all that safe that has it. So I was stopping by.
Dude, if you come back to
like
next time you come
You
through
risked your
Kansas
life to
City,
get that Mrs. Fields.
next time you come through Kansas City, I'm going to take you to Bloom Bakery. JR's had Bloom Bakery. They've got some good cookies, and they have a butter cookie. Oh, dude. It like melts in your mouth, and it's so awesome. It's
Now they call it the gooey butter cookie.
gooey butter cookie. That's what it's called. The gooey butter cookie. Oh my God. I love their chocolate chip cookies because they sprinkle like the flaky sea salt on there, which makes it awesome. But
Don't
that
sleep on
gooey
the
butter
salt
cookie
cookie.
is
Oh,
unbelievable. Yeah, JR, you know those. You know the salted
you
chocolate chip
think like
cookies.
it's not going to be that flavorful, and you're like, dude,
Oh
salt
my
is a
God,
flavor.
dude. It's amazing. And as amazing as that is, that salted chocolate chip cookie, the gooey butter cookie, bro. Oh, sorry. The gooey butter cookie is outstanding. Outstanding.
It tastes
It's
like
so
hot chew
good.
in your mouth.
Hot
Goo in your mouth. That's right.
Jesus. But yeah, so that was Thursday. And then,
I
whoops.
sent you the video, but you have to watch the second one I sent you.
Okay, we'll probably watch it. We're doing our out and about segment right now. But Friday we went to Michigan and had a big old fire in the backyard. Actually, that's the front yard, theoretically, because it's a lake house. So the front yard faces the front of the house faces the channel.
It's a color changing fire.
Yeah, we had these packets that the kids were playing with, and we decided to play with it once the kids went to bed. Let me see if I can find a cool picture of it. That's kind of, I don't know if you can see that. It's like burning green and blue. Let me find a better picture. There's a better picture. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see
You
the green.
the green.
It means it's hot.
That was packets we threw in that make it
Oh,
change
okay.
color. I mean, it was hot for sure. So yeah, we put a couple packets in there. You can see the blue in the bottom and the green at the top. They're kind of cool looking.
Do you camp out when you're out there in Michigan?
No, we all stay inside the house.
Okay, so the house.
It's crowded though, so next year our idea is to bring one of those camper vans, like the van life vans. So I'm gonna see how much it costs to rent one, and then we'll drive it up, and Ashley and I'll take the van, since we're the only ones without kids. But yeah, it was a full house this year because, you know, Tony's got his wife and 2 kids. Dave has his wife and 2 young girls, twin girls. Brian's got 3 boys. So that's, 4, 7, 9, 11. And then Tony's parents, 13 people in the house. In a house that, even with the expansion, there's kind of 4 bedrooms, but we slept on a pull-out couch in the living room, but that couch is 40 years old, so it wasn't the most comfortable thing. Oh, here's a cool shot of the blue. But it's a fun trip, we've got playing on jet skis. Here's Tony and I taking the jets. He picked me up from the dock on the jet ski, and we went over to the to the boat, so we're goofing off on the jet ski.
You need to put like text over that says no Diddy on it.
Right? I should have. That's pretty funny, actually. That's actually his new jet ski. So there's. That's a terrible picture. That's the problem when somebody sends me pictures from an iPhone.
Oh, it's even worse if
Apple
it's video.
Blows. Yeah, it's even
Video's
worse.
all grainy.
You can change that. There's a way to go into your iPhone and change the way it sends video.
Probably I'm gonna have to do that because it pisses me off every time.
But like
Everybody
the
that has an
iPhone
iPhone.
user has to do it, which is the problem because iPhone users fucking don't want to change anything about the way they
Yeah.
use their phone for the convenience of
Oh,
others.
you have a green bubble. Oh my god, are you
Yeah.
poor? Johnny, what do you have? Are you iPhone or?
I have a Samsung. I have a Galaxy S24.
Oh, nice.
The Ultra
Yeah,
one.
that's what
I'm
I'm rocking
S22
now.
Ultra. I'm
I got the
2 years
I got
behind.
the 24 Ultra. It's awesome.
You got 24 Ultra? Oh,
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
I got mine. Well, this is a 22.
With the S Pen. Oh yeah, that's why I got the Ultra because I wanted the S Pen.
Yeah, the
Dude,
pen.
once you start using that thing, you're like, dude, I'm never using anything else.
Yeah,
I mean, I got tempted. I see the foldables. I'm like, dude, that's pretty cool too. But it's like, dude, there's a
The
place. to store
foldables
the-
are cool, but
it's
I
that's
will
too
use-
big and it's
I'll
too
get more
thick.
use. Yeah, and I'll get more use out of the S Pen. Like I have a tablet if I want a bigger screen.
Yeah, I feel like the Ultra. That's kind of
Love
like
the Ultra.
that's where it's at. That's
Yeah.
where you're gonna use it the most. That's where it's not gonna be a pain.
Yep.
That's gonna fit in your
Alex,
pocket.
you missed the cousin's photo, by the way.
Yeah,
Cousin's photo. With
I would
Romeo
not be wearing a
photobombing
Wisconsin
us.
shirt.
What's that?
I would not be wearing a Wisconsin shirt.
No, but that's where Kira's going to school, so that's why
Oh,
they're all wearing
freaking!
them.
What's her name? It's just right there in the corner.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
you need
mom
a
was
picture
taking
or
a
not?
picture. Mom doesn't know how to use Zoom, all right? So, yeah, everybody was wearing either Wisconsin Madison shirts or May's wearing Stetson because
Oh,
Ali's going to
there.
Stetson University in
Where's
Florida.
that? Where's Stetson?
It's on the ocean side near
University College.
near Destin, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's going somewhere that's. Hold on, where is it located? Is it inland or is it on the?
It's on the Pacific side. That's all
Okay,
I
it's
know.
not too far from the water.
No,
It's
it's
inland,
not.
but it's not too far from the water.
It's not too far now. Like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why
Well, that's
like
far.
everybody here's all the next generation, they're all wearing either Wisconsin or
Yeah,
Stetson shirts.
Why is Dawson wearing Madison? He's from West Virginia.
Because his cousin's going to
Ah,
Madison.
Okay. I'm the guy that won't wear anything else that's outside of like Ohio State and Chicago.
Oh, I told Kira, I'm like, I'm gonna
I'm
be
not
rooting
wearing that
against
shit.
you.
No, I would
didn't
wear.
know.
I would wear Loyola.
Yeah.
Her sister.
If-
That's like.
If
not
they would have
branded
had, I'm not
schools.
gonna go buy a shirt. If they would have had an extra shirt for me to wear, I probably would have worn it.
I'd wear schools. I'd wear colleges that are non-threatening, like Loyola, like Wright State. I guess Bowling Green too.
So
Maybe UD. I don't know.
yeah, I went to Wright State, so I don't know if I would wear UD, but that's just me.
I probably wouldn't wear UD. Think about it.
So anyway, yeah, out and about. We covered a little bit of ground. Just got back yesterday. For the first time, this is the first trip that I have not driven the entire way. Since we got Ashley a car. Like I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. And I was thinking I was gonna get off early so we could leave early, and then I got stuck at work till 6 o'clock, which means I didn't get home till 7, which means we didn't leave till about 7:30. And we got past Des Moines, and I was like, I am going to drive off the road if I don't stop soon. So Ashley drove from pretty much just east of Des Moines all the way to Mom's house. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, I can go to sleep.
What is that? Is that all fields? Yeah, it's fucking Iowa. We're not talking about it.
Well, I mean, honestly,
All it
here's the
is.
thing:
Single lane highway.
Des Moines
No,
to
it's
the
New York
Illinois
City,
border.
dumbass.
Des Moines to the Illinois border is far more interesting than, say, like Indianapolis to Chicago.
Why did they have
Because,
a barn you can look at?
well, they have like Cedar Rapids and Iowa City are in there, and not Cedar Rapids. I can't think of the one city. There's two cities in between, plus the world's largest truck stop.
Oh man,
That's
Hey,
gotta be
whatever.
massive
Live it
because
up.
those Buc-ee's are huge.
There's no Buc-ee's yet down there. But here's the deal. When you live in Kansas City, the long drives are fucking boring. Like,
Yeah,
JR's done a drive through Kansas before. It sucks balls.
well, let's ask JR. Would you rather drive through nothingness or rather drive through fucking Los Angeles?
God,
No.
both. Okay, so like the two.
That's
worst
different.
things
That's
in
a
the world
commuter
about
drive
driving-
versus a road trip drive.
Well, it's the thing is that if you drive through like Kansas and Nebraska and some of these states, like Oklahoma, oh my God, that I-40 across Oklahoma, the top of it is the worst because there's no rest stops. There's gas stations, but like there's no rest stops, right? So like you go, and like when I was driving out here from Tennessee, I was like, I didn't realize I passed the last rest stop, and I was like, okay, at the next rest stop, I'm gonna pull over and take a nap. 3 hours later, dude,
Yeah, dude.
I stopped at a gas station.
Yeah.
Like, it was no fun, and it was just straight and flat and just.
Yeah. I will say Iowa's got a decent amount of rest stops, and then the gas stations are like truck stop style, so you can stop there for a while if you need to. So that's kind of cool. And then, like I said, there's a few, cities, air quotes, that you kind of pass through to that, like, there's something to look at other than the fucking cornfields. So
My favorite drive though is through like Utah and stuff or Colorado, where it's like,
well, yeah.
but it's only fun. I don't think it would be as fun in the truck as it was in like the BMW because
Why?
the BMW, it's like you throw that bitch in neutral and you just down those massive hills. Like
Oh.
in the truck, I have all that extra weight and stuff. I don't think it'd be.
Yeah.
I
I'll
couldn't.
say, I
I
don't-
mean, you can get going pretty fast.
I don't
And
know
you're
that
not
I
even
would
using
put
gas.
any car in neutral going down the mountain.
Oh, man, I didn't. I mean, I would
But-
shift it back into gear when like I needed to, but
Yeah.
I was.
Oh, I
Saving
drive a
gas.
stick shift, so I can
and
definitely
going
do
fast.
that. But here's the problem with doing the drives through Colorado and Utah. That's, even from Kansas City, that's just to start that. That's 14 hours away. So,
It's pretty far.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. But it was a good weekend. It was a fun weekend. And I'm just getting back at it today. And yeah, that was out and about. I think it's time, though, to move on into some breaking news. I'm going to lead off with meteor showers. Apparently, there are going to be... So if you're watching this on Thursday, hopefully last night you were able to catch a glimpse of one of two meteor showers that are coming our way. I just saw this a little bit earlier. The Southern Delta Aquarids and then the Alpha Capricornids are going to be peaking around the same time on Wednesday night. So last night for anybody that's watching this brand new. But yeah, two meteor showers visible this week.
Hey, Troy, do something real quick. Open up
What?
a new tab in Google and type in meteor shower and enter. I just did this.
In the Google search?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was cool.
I was trying to figure out what you're talking about, and I was like, "Oh, dude, Google's doing something cool here."
Oh my god, look at this headline. Now it makes me think of an old video. Double meteor shower. Oh my gosh.
Like the double rainbow.
Like the double rainbow. So anyway, hopefully if you're watching this, hopefully if you're interested, hopefully you're able to get out in a dark remote area and catch a little bit of one of these two fascinating meteor showers. So yeah,
Very excited.
do you guys ever get into meteor showers? If I could go camping, I would totally go camping just to try and see it. But it's in the middle of the week and I just got back from vacation, so it is what it is. Here's another crazy one I found. Astronauts stuck in space. So apparently Boeing was testing something.
That sounds like a movie.
I know. No, bro. That's why I stopped on it. Because I was like, what? Like, apparently Boeing was testing some sort of new thruster at the International Space Station. And something went wrong. And this thing started floating away. And they have no idea how... There's 2 astronauts in it. They have no idea how to get them back. So they're still working on it. It was supposed to be 2 days. And they've been out there for like 50.
Holy shit.
They're just stuck there floating. They're trying to figure out how to get them.
You know what, though? Here's the deal.
I thought they had the, what was it? The Virgin guy. I thought he was doing like space trips already.
Virgin Atlantic?
Something?
That's basically just breaking the plane of orbit, right? So you can say you were in space. But these people are like all the way up at the International Space Station. They were. And they were trying something, and now they're stuck out there. But here's the deal. If you're them, and I don't know if there's a picture of them, but they're a little bit older, so here they are.
They're drinking their piss right now in space.
Probably, but they're a little bit older, so it's like, if you think about it, like, if you were
they live
go,
a good
like,
life. Just let them go.
how cool would it be to know, to like be like, I'm gonna be in space forever. I'm gonna be in space forever. Like,
the next few days of my life are gonna suck.
Yeah. But you're gonna get to like,
way to put a positive spin on
for as long as you can, because like, hey, look, maybe at that point they've lived a pretty full life, and now they just get to like go farther into space than anybody else has ever gone before, hopefully. And
while starving to death. And
well, yeah, that part sucks, but maybe, hopefully maybe they have a contingency where they can just kind of...
They're probably pooping their pants.
Go to sleep and not wake up, but I don't know. I'd be like, well, I'm in space. Might as well like see as much as possible. And at some point, when do you just put the spacesuit on and go for a spacewalk?
You're not going to be walking. You're just going to be floating out there.
But here's the
exactly.
It's like,
but still,
finite resources, right? Like, what kind of resources do they have up there? They can't have taken that much food, right? Like,
right?
Are they growing food up there? No.
And admittedly, I haven't read this article. I skimmed it at best, and just saw that they've been up there for like 50 days. So, like, dude, I think it'd be, if a tragedy was going to happen and I was older, I feel like that would be kind of
like an okay tragedy.
Like, okay, yeah. Things could be worse.
Like, yeah, fuck.
There are worse ways to go. Like,
probably like
I get
50.
to float off into
they're
space.
They're not like 99.
What stage of denial is that?
I don't know, but and hey, look, we're looking at all the upsides. I get it. Everybody's got their thing. Love is love. Yada yada yada. Love who you want. Man or woman, man. You got to have a way to fulfill some needs if you need to.
How many days out there do you think until she starts farting in front of them?
I bet they already passed that. I hope so. 50 days.
I mean, does it come out as he smelled her SBD, her silent but deadly, or did she just like let an audible one go? I'm like,
I feel like at some point
YOLO.
BO kicks in and it doesn't even matter anymore. But like,
and how
my
toxic,
thing is like,
how
so
toxic is it going to be that they're just farting in this encapsulated gel cell?
Well,
and
maybe that's why they put their spacesuits
outside.
on, though. Maybe that's why they put their spacesuits on. And then it's like, I'm gonna, I don't know, go out for some fresh air. I don't know. But
spacesuit on though, and you fart in a spacesuit.
You're stuck in it. No, you just how about you just like you Dutch oven yourself for sure. You Dutch oven yourself.
This is not a good way to go.
But I will tell you this, and we actually just talked about it over the weekend because we went and visited Tita Bumming, but so we were out in the cemetery. Mom was laughing because first of all, Mom thinks you're gonna go back to Chicago to live in a niche near her, Alex.
Okay.
I was like, what if he wants to stay in Chicago or in California? She's like, no, he's coming back to Chicago.
I'm diving into the ocean when it's my time.
I told her that I want Ashley to put my body in a spacesuit and shoot me into space. Like, not even cremate me.
That's expensive, dude.
Oh, yeah. Like,
that's like,
hey, look.
Who's that guy that...
This is 100% a pipe dream, okay? Like, I get it. I know it's probably not in the cards, but if I had it my way, I would have my body, like, frozen with, like just put a bunch of dry ice in there, put me in a spacesuit, shoot me into space, and just let me float away. And I don't want to be cremated because I want to be as whole as possible when the aliens find me so they can have an easier time putting me back together and bringing me back to life. Hey, whatever. Anything's possible. Say what you want. I don't care. That would be cool. Until they make me their pet. That part would suck.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, pet. Pet, talk to a time.
Oh man, when we were in Michigan, man, so there's a private area where you can with a private ramp that you can drop your boats and jet skis in the water and stuff. And there's a big picnic area, and the neighborhood was having like a karaoke thing there, like a picnic, come hang out type deal. Mm-hmm. And there was a couple people there like watching these birds, and they were counting. One of them was like counting. She was kind of counting in a weird way because they were bigger birds. She was like, Hawk 1, Hawk 2, but nothing. Come on, that was a good one.
I've seen it.
I totally stole that from Terrible Dad Jokes.
And one of the shows I was watching, someone wrote their name in as Hawk 3.
Hawk 3, nice.
I think for my next flag football team, if I could pick the team name, I'm going to call us Hawk 2 point conversion.
Oh, nice. I think I might use that for my fantasy football team name.
That's now copyrighted. There's a TM next to that. It's trademarked.
Hawk 2 point conversion. That is. I'm gonna do that. I'm actually gonna change that after we get off of here because we're already in our leagues.
Wait, for what league?
All of them. Well, no, there's one that I share with Ashley, and that team name's not gonna change it. The team name is Laces Out Dan. From
is this fantasy football?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant your softball team.
Oh no, I don't run those anymore. That's too much work. But so we kind of talked about how I fucked up a month ago because we were talking about the Olympics, but they actually are back now. Did you guys happen to catch the opening ceremony at all?
You spelled ceremony wrong.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Whatever, I don't care.
I haven't watched any bit of the Olympics. And actually, I kind of turned off before the Olympics when the USA men's basketball team beat Sudan by 1 point. And I don't want to hear anything about their comparisons to the Dream Team. The 92 team, the 96 team.
Nobody should be comparing them to the Dream Team. Like, the Dream Team was
so good.
The Dream Team was just that. That was the Dream Team. When you're having trouble with teams, you're no longer the Dream Team. You're competing to win because the Dream Team could have played left-handed the entire time and still crushed everyone. But they catapulted the growth of basketball on the global stage, which is why it's as competitive as it is now.
Well, South Sudan.
I don't know, whatever.
It's
But
not Dirk Nowitzki coming from South Sudan, or I don't
I
know.
get it.
I don't know any NBA. I don't know any more NBA players.
But
So-
that was so. Yeah, they had a couple of tough friendlies. It's like holy shit. Like
1 point win.
it'd be
They
funny if they
squeaked
lost.
it out. against
Let's
South
just be
Sudan.
honest. It'd be funny if they lost.
It's not
I'm gonna
Greece.
hate on.
It's not.
I might be a little bit of a hater.
It's not wherever Dirk Nowitzki's from. Germany. I don't know.
Well, whoever they played in the actual Olympics, because those were friendlies, they actually didn't have. They had kind of a tough time, but then they put KD and Durant just lit it up, just went off. But anyway, the opening ceremony was kind of cool. So, you know, they were all on boats on the fucking Seine River, which whatever. But did you guys see Celine Dion perform live for the first time? Like she actually sang for the first time.
I hear she killed it because
She sounded fantastic. She sounded fantastic. So great for her. I think it was the first time she's performed live since she was diagnosed and had to quit her whatever residency or whatever she was doing in Vegas. So she sounded great. So congratulations, Celine Dion. You are still a fucking force to be reckoned with when you want to be. But also, bro, Snoop at the Olympics?
Oh,
He is having
the
the greatest time ever. Have you seen any of the coverage of him at the Olympics? It's
All
awesome.
right.
He's just
Where's the
there's a bunch
joint?
of
Snoop,
yeah.
where's the joint? He's
Well,
on
he's,
camera?
I missed it, but he did something about he did some piece where he's learning how to train for the Olympics with Michael Phelps. So who knows what happened during that segment? But he's having he's been super. He carried the torch into the opening ceremony. He's been all over the events at gymnastics, at swimming, and he's having a grand old time, man. Like he is looking like he is genuinely enjoying himself. Yeah, he might be high, but so what? He's having a good time.
I just looked up. Cannabis is still illegal in France. What the hell?
Oh,
France?
so maybe he's not.
I'm sure they'd find a way to get him high.
I'm sure he's still doing it.
I'm sure he's.
I'm sure that didn't stop him.
I'm sure he's finding alternate ways to.
I'm sure he's flying private. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. But there's all kinds of celebrities. I mean, Tom Cruise has been out there. What's her name? What's his ex-wife's name? Nicole Kidman and her husband. There's been all kinds of celebrities. Ironically, the one that nobody has noticed at all is Andrew Luck. Nobody knows who he is. Oh, Peyton Manning's out there, but Andrew Luck, they showed him and nobody even knew who he was. Which, whatever, he's an American football player. Never won the Super Bowl or anything. And in some ways, that's awesome.
That's a good move.
From my standpoint, that's great. He can go enjoy the Olympics and not be bothered by anybody. So good for him. But yeah, Snoop is actually entertaining. He's having so much fun. So good for you, Snoop. Enjoy that time, baby. Enjoy that time. One of the team looking well dressed up. Pretty cool. There he is carrying the torch. Look at this guy. He's having a grand old time. How cool would that be?
Of course, it looks like a joint.
It really does, doesn't it?
Is that the
That
torch?
is pretty
That's a big
funny.
joint.
That is pretty funny. Maybe
Did
try
he
to smoke
put
it.
it in his mouth and try to inhale?
That'd be pretty funny if he did.
You know he did.
Look at him. He's rocking the Simone Biles shirt. I don't know what he's doing there.
Oh yeah, he's not super there.
He might be checking out some gymnastics, if you know what I mean.
He's watching women's volleyball.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, having a grand old time. Good for you, Snoop. Good for you. What else? Medals. The U.S., I think, is still leading the way. Let me see. Total medals. Still leading the way with 26 medals. But Japan is leading in gold medals. 7.
The Japan volleyball thing.
Did they what?
the Japan like volleyball segment where I forget who they were playing, but they had a rally going where one of their guys was just diving and jumping every which way. Like he had a save where he like dove for it, hand fully extended,
Did like a pancake
on the
thing.
ground, yeah, and it like bounced off the top of his hand, and like it was just the most ridiculously amazing.
Huh. I might have to
rally
look that up.
watch.
I saw the U.S. women's volleyball match against China. That was a pretty good one. The U.S. women got down 2-0, came back and won the next 2 sets, and then they went to a 5th set at. China ultimately won, but I mean, it came down to a double match point for China. So, basically the last set they played at 15. And China won 15 to, I think, 13 in the final set. Yeah, so it was a good match. It was a good match. And there have been some cool things like the U.S. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while since, especially the women have won like a cycling time trials medal. And it was raining, and the chick, I don't remember what her name is, but she wiped out hard, still got back up and powered through and was able to bring home a bronze medal. So good for her. Like that's some perseverance right there. Swimming, we're doing pretty well in swimming. Obviously Simone Biles and the girls are doing their thing in gymnastics. I think they just won the team gold. The men, I guess.
Biles, the wife of a Chicago Bears player.
Yep, he's there. They gave him a pass to go.
That's cool.
From training camp to go to the Olympics and support his wife. So good for them.
He might miss the game on Thursday.
Nice.
That no one's gonna care about.
Yeah. So is Caleb Williams, though.
Yeah. That's a point.
Yeah.
So we can see Tyson Bates
exactly
throw the ball 15 yards max.
The men's gymnastics team that they haven't medaled in for fucking ever because they suck, I guess. They won the bronze in the team competition, so that's the first time in 20 something years, I guess. Rugby, the men's team actually got eliminated even before the opening ceremony, but the women are killing it in rugby, and who knew? Rugby sevens. And the U.S. men's soccer team, who couldn't even make the World Cup, have put together a couple of good games, and they're still in the Olympics. So, yeah. Victor Wembanyama, I can't say his name. They played France, or they played. Sorry, he's on the French team. They played Japan and showed him like next to one of the Japanese guards, and the Japanese guard like came up to like his wiener. Like, I think the guard was under 6 foot, and Wembanyama is like 7'5". So that was probably an interesting look. But yeah, the Olympics. I'm trying to find out when breaking is happening because I want to watch that. Apparently, this is the first year for breakdancing.
Oh, breakdancing.
Yeah, they just call it breaking.
Breaking.
But
is there any big star that's in the Olympics right now? Like before there was Michael Phelps. Is it Simone Biles? Is she the
Simone Biles is the big star for
outside of basketball? Outside of basketball, is there any big name?
Noah Lyles on the in track and field, because the last World Championships he double medaled. He won both the 100 and the 200, which is, I don't think it's been done since. Well, Usain Bolt did it, and then before Usain Bolt was Michael Johnson. So there's only been, I think, maybe 4 people that have ever done that, and now he's going to try and do it in the Olympics. So that'll be cool. I can't wait to see that one. I love the track and field events. We've talked about it before. I like the events that have a finite winner, like that don't have any subjectivity. It's just, you either ran faster, jumped higher or farther, threw something farther, like swam faster. There's no subjectivity, nothing, it's just the clock or the distance, and there's a clear-cut winner. I like those ones. Those are my favorite events. But I am interested in watching breaking, and I did watch the gymnastics just because, these are people doing their
superhuman things.
Just, like the strength, the explosiveness, and then the body control throughout all of that is very impressive. So, pretty cool. I like the Olympics. I enjoy them a lot. I think we talked about this a month ago, but might as well bring it up again. What event are you guys looking forward to watching the most?
Being that I don't watch it, none of them.
None of them? Oh, okay.
Closing ceremony? I don't know.
I haven't. The only ones I've watched was like some little highlights. I'm just like not watching it.
Okay. I want to watch the 100 and 200 meter in both the men's and women's, because I watched that. I think it's a 3 or 4 part docuseries on Netflix called Sprint. So I want to watch those because some of those, I was about to say characters, but some of those athletes are obviously in the Olympics, and I want to see what they do. I want to see them talk shit to each other. I want to see them ignore all the shit talk. I want to see them, and I just want to see them fly down the damn track and see how fast they can run, because it's pretty impressive. Running fast, jumping high, those are two just like God-given abilities. Like anybody can get better than what they are, like train to run faster or train to jump higher than what you can run or jump, but there's a limit to that for 99% of us. Like, I don't care how much I would have trained if I had been from a very young age, I was never, ever going to be as fast as Noah Lyles or Usain Bolt, So it's very impressive to see those humans do those things. So that's why I like the Olympics. But anyway, so that's the Olympics. Put it on here, but I don't have any articles. Comic-Con, Alex.
Yeah.
You went to Comic-Con. I know we talked about what you dressed as. What did you see? Anybody cool or anything cool?
I did. Well, I don't actually go inside Comic-Con because that's expensive and hard to get tickets.
Right.
Although next year I'm going to try to see if I can leverage off of my YouTube channel and try to get a press pass, but I think I still won't meet the minimum requirements. You need to cover the material for, I think, at least a year and a half, and by the time they start selling tickets, and I'll be below that when they start selling tickets. But I'll try anyways. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Might as well.
If you're around San Diego, the media area, the gas pump area, in front of the convention center, behind the convention center, to the side of the convention center, they have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of activities. They have what they call activations, which is some type of experience related to a TV show or a movie that's coming out, or even a video game, or just any other type of intellectual property. Some of them have very, very long lines. I got to the one I want to go to is called Anime Mayhem, and it's right behind the convention center. And each year I get there too late. This is actually the first year I got there the earliest I've ever gotten, and I got to the end of the line. I asked how long the wait was, and the guy said 4 hours, and I said, "Bye, gonna go try something else." So,
Nope.
JR, I feel like you should plan to be down there. Like, just go spend the day down there and see how many rides you can do.
No, because you can't drive in San Diego without having a taxi license.
Oh, okay.
I would. So I can't go down there, basically. Like, I can go down to Oceanside, and that's about as far as I can go.
Got it.
Anytime I've taken rides
for
down to
those
San
who
Diego.
know the geography of Southern California, Oceanside is pretty much the beginning of northern San Diego. Well, there's Orange at the edge of Orange County. There's a military base called Camp Pendleton, which is actually a good amount of distance. And then the first actual city that's like civilian is going to be Oceanside.
Yeah.
That is where the Top Gun house is. Yeah, that's where the Top Gun house is.
Oh, like Kelly McGillis's house?
Yep, it's still there. They
Right
tore down
on.
everything other than that house. And then our cousin lives in Carlsbad, which is right below Oceanside.
Cool. Well, I tell you what, if you want to help Alex get into Comic-Con and see him there, follow him. Go check his channel out. I Play Nerd on YouTube. Do the likes, do the comments, do the subscribes. Hit his notification bell so he can grow his channel and maybe he can get a press pass.
And I'm going to be putting together, I'm going to be splicing up some of the footage I got from Comic-Con, but I got so much content that's hard to transfer to my computer because there's so many files. And then getting to the editing piece, it's going to be a long time. It's a lot of work, but I got into some activations.
You know that one.
First one I got into was the Borderlands activation, which is going to be a movie on, I think, Amazon Prime. It has Kevin Hart and some other people in it. They gave me alcohol, so that was cool.
Nice.
But
nice.
They actually had like this little droid going around. I took video of it, but I told it to Hawk 2 of me, and I don't think they appreciated that. And then later on, I got into the FX activation area, which had a lot of long lines. But I was one of the last people to get into the activation for the Bear TV show, which was all right. It was kind of just like, take a picture here, and they give you a little bit of swag.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's a lot of interactive stuff right by Petco Park, and they actually had Samsung there demoing their foldable.
Oh,
phone.
that's outside of the.
Yeah, all this stuff is outside.
Oh, the actual Comic-Con convention.
Oh yeah. The surrounding area of San Diego is just packed with stuff.
Damn.
Yeah. A lot of stuff you're not going to get to do because the lines are just too long unless you really want to wait in those lines. But I did the Bear one, which is they just give you like some swag. I got like this things you put over your head, like do-rags, whatever they're called. It says the Bear on it.
Okay. Well, if you want to help Alex get into Comic-Con next year so we can get some content from inside the convention to share with you once he gets back out of the convention, definitely get out there, get on his YouTube channel, I Play Nerd, and do some stuff. If you want to be able to get a ride from JR while you're at Comic-Con, at or around Comic-Con, give him a follow on Instagram what's your other one? At Dirty Unicorn 3 or
at Lift_shenanigans.
At Lift_shenanigans, and that's at LYFT Lift_shenanigans. Follow him there. Tell him that you're going to be there and you're going to need a ride, and he should get a license. But he might need some sponsorship to get that license. So help him out. And then if you just feel sorry for the old guy in this trio, give me a follow on Instagram or YouTube at GA Wandering on Instagram or at HeyDad_watch this on YouTube. But I think that's about it for this week, which brings us to our closing thoughts. Alex, what are your closing thoughts for this week?
Make sure you wipe really well.
Yeah, that's a good tip. That's a good tip. What about you, JR? Closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. Throw your gum in the trash. Don't stick it on the side of my seat as you get out of my car.
Oh, fucking jerks, dude.
Dude, that's, yeah. Throw it in the trash. Don't even throw it on the ground because people step on it and it sucks.
Wrap your gum up in something and throw it away.
Throw your gum away. That's a good one.
Make your parents proud. Come on. You can't raise you like that.
Don't be a delinquent.
For me, if you like taking pride in your country, turn on the Olympics. Cheer your country on. Enjoy it. See some amazing feats of athletic ability from people that you wouldn't normally see because they don't play the big sports like basketball or soccer or, football like the Europeans call it. Well, like most of the world calls it. Yeah. Cheer on your country's athletes. And if you're only like a generation or two removed from another country, maybe take some time to cheer on those athletes too. We actually have an athlete from the Kansas City area who is competing in, I believe, gymnastics for the Philippines. So I'm going to see if I can find out who that is and check out one of her events. But yeah, take pride in your country, cheer on your athletes, support whoever gets elected for president because they're your president. That's my thought. If you have any thoughts for us or any ideas that you would like to see us implement into our show, shoot us an email, put it in the comments, or shoot us an email. The email address is gagepodcast@gmail.com. And of course, if you would be so kind as to want to help us out in any way, shape, or form, just growing the channel, leave us a comment, like our episode, subscribe to our channel, and click on that notification bell so you know when we are releasing new episodes, and then you can call me out when I forget to post an episode at the right time like I did 2 weeks ago. Other than that, I think we're going to call it a show there. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let me cue up what I like to do usually. There it is. Had to get the music going. That way I can say adios to everybody. Thanks again for joining us. We will see you next week. Until then, it's been another episode of The GAJ Podcast. Heidi ho, neighbors. We'll see you next week.
Oh, diddly diddly diddly.
Woo!